Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie reaction commentary. Today, we're going to be watching Once Upon a Time in the West. Now, I'm really excited to get into this because, yes, I've heard of, Sergio and how phenomenal of a director he is. However, I just never watched this film, but I've seen clips of it multiple times when I was in, film school, and how the implementation of, cinematography and dialogue, comes into play. And you guys let me know if I'm correct or incorrect, or maybe got this information wrong, but this is what I can recollect or may recollect. But I'm not sure if he's the director where he would play soundtracks on set so the actors could get the mood, and then he'll say like action, and then they'll be able to kind of follow the mood based off of how the soundtrack is. You guys let me know if he's the director that does that. I'm pretty sure I heard someone from somewhere, probably in like film school, say that one of the directors do that, and it may be Sergio, but I'm not too sure. So you guys can correct me whether or not if I'm wrong about that. But this is going to be a long film. So again, guys, if you want to see everything that I have to say about this film, because I will definitely not be able to put all 3 hours of this film on the YouTube edit. This is probably going to be still like, 30 minutes or something like that, which is still a good chunk. But, if you want to see everything that I have to say about this film, definitely check out the Patreon. I'm going to talk a lot about the filmmaking, a lot about the filmmaking aspects, as well as like, my commentary on my first time watching this. So if you want to hear everything that I do have to say, again, check out that link. But like always, guys, I just want to say thank you for the support and the love, and I'm really excited to kind of jump into this movie, a Western movie. The last Western movie I really loved was Tombstone. I think that was like incredible. So it's going to be really interesting seeing if the Western movies that we watched on this channel actually take a few hints from Once Upon a Time in the West. So I'm really excited to kind of see that, but more importantly, just have a good time with it and see where the storytelling takes us. So if that's something that you're interested in as well too, definitely stay tuned. I'm sorry, guys, that it's not gonna be a long video, but yeah, that's 3 hours. So for my full-length people, shout out to y'all. you guys are gonna be here for a long time. But like always, guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you for the comments, the sharing, the subscribing, the liking. It really does help out this channel, and it really does help out this video reach a further audience, on YouTube, and allow for people to gain value on movies and filmmaking and storytelling, which I think is important. So thank you guys, seriously, because it wouldn't have been anywhere close to this if it was without you guys. So I greatly appreciate you guys. But you know the drill. Enough with gassing you guys up, all right? Let's hop right into Once Upon a Time in the West. Again, guys, I am also watching this. Just for my full-length people out there, I'm watching this on Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, definitely you get to watch that for free, I believe. And this is like a restoration of this film, because it was made in like the 1960s or 1970s. So that's where I found it from, if you want to pick up the exact copy that I'm watching. Yeah, man. This is basically the birthplace of that style of cinematography, with those close-ups and those compositions. Iconic. Talk about displaying a mood through compositioning and compositing a shot. Damn, I love how all we're seeing right now are just facial expressions, man. Damn, don't ever underestimate the power of just keeping a camera on someone's face and letting their face do the acting. Damn, that was incredible. Talk about intimidating. And yeah, I know this movie is just starting, and there's going to be a ton of examples of this, but sound design, incredible. Again, thank you to JBL for sending me these headphones. This is just awesome. I can hear everybody and everything. I love that the opening credits sequence too is just still letting the flow of this build up continue. Because sometimes, with movies and films, people just love that, I want to, I want to, have my credit and everything. Not to say everybody does that, but when you're building something up like this, it just sucks to have like a whole like trailer for credits and everything like that. Kind of disrupt the momentum of the actual film. Beautiful composition. Talk about an introduction right there. Do not underestimate the power of good framing. Just frame your shots, guys. I'm telling you. You don't have to always have these crazy moments, but if you frame your shot right, man, oh man. Every frame right here looks like it could be a wallpaper.
You brought too many.
Damn. Damn. Oh my God. Could you imagine hearing someone saying that to like a 3v1? What the heck? Yo. That was an entire standoff right there. You see how quick he drew his gun? I'm getting massive Red Dead Redemption vibes right now. That was all probably like studio sound right there. And I definitely recommend a lot of you guys looking up like how they get sounds for certain movies. You'd be surprised how certain sounds and where they come from or how they're made. You know, like what does it sound like when a bird falls on the ground after getting shot? Well, it probably sounds like a watermelon being dropped on the ground or something like that. That's what they do in those studios. It's called Foley sound. I was blanking out on what it was actually called. It's called Foley. Foley, just in case you guys want to look it up. Look up Foley and then maybe your favorite movie. Beautiful use of like sound. I almost drooled a little bit. I think it's because of this movie. But that was a beautiful use of sound. Just quiet, gone, evaporated. Oh my God. That was crazy how they showed that. Oh my goodness. Look at the intensity of that shot right there. What is happening? This whole family just got murked. Are you kidding me? Bruh. That was some cold-blooded right there, man. What the heck? This dude was like, now that you called me by my name, I have no choice but to murk this kid. Talking about setting up the landscape and the people in it, man. Already showcases us that, yo, this isn't going to be no, like, walk in the park. Everybody can get it. Anybody can get it. That is gorgeous, man. That is absolutely gorgeous. Reminds me a little bit of There Will Be Blood. Damn, all of those sounds were crazy, man. All of those sounds were insane, dude. Like, just... like, I felt like my mind was painting a picture of what was possibly happening outside of wherever they are right now. Man, the soundtrack. I love how his harmonica works into the soundtrack. That is so epic. Got goosebumps, man. God, man, these moments are freaking... Dude, the buildup is crazy.
So, inside the men there were 3 bullets.
Damn. Yo, dude, this conversation is crazy. I love it. There's so many layers to it.
All the way up to 2.
Oh my goodness, man. The roasting has begun. Now the bullets will start flying.
And so this cousin of mine keeps writing me to come on down.
Then went right back as if none of that just happened. That is like, dude, that's crazy to think that the landscape was like that. Like this was real.
Country life.
It's a great way to introduce her to the landscape as well, you know? Damn. This is so well shot. Like, it's ridiculous how incredible these shots are. Just showing information. This is like top filmmaking right here in terms of camera movement. Damn, dude, yo, the sound. The sound. There's so much sound. There is so much sound. I love that that tune is now something so familiarized with the character. Like, I love that. Like, it sounds like it's right in front of me. Oh boy. Yo, that camera movement is fierce. I'm telling you. Why is it so fierce in this film? Oh my goodness, man. It's like, I swear this is like something straight like from like a comic book. The way the camera is just composited and it's moving. Like, I can just imagine, you know, kind of like how a comic book panel would have, like those swooshing noise, like whoosh. I can just see those words just like popping up here. It's so animated.
And a fired up Cheyenne ain't a nice thing to see. Especially for a lady.
Dang, I love these threatening undertones. Like, it's very like the subtlety with it is just so good. The writing in this is just so good. Because it tells a lot about the character, but also about the person who he's talking to. You know? He's an experienced criminal.
This is one of them.
Damn. Wow. That was so incredible, man. There's so much intention here. This film has so much intention. Just from that one moment, you could just sense the gap of knowledge between the two. Even though that one dude's scary as hell.
He must have been a happy man.
Wow. Damn. And just with that, you get a little taste of, like, even his backstory. You know what I'm saying? And how he became like that. It didn't have to be like this whole thing. Just like a few lines to help give him that texture of, like, he didn't just come into the world like this. I love her character. Her character's really nice. Really, really well written, in my opinion.
From the well. I like my water fresh.
She's like, what the hell? What the fuck was all of that? What was that about? That's because homie's probably trying to protect you.
Like that.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, this guy's a problem. This guy is a freaking problem. Oh my goodness. I can't even do that in a video game. And this dude's casually doing it in real life. Oh my god, dude. Man, like, these shots are so good. They are so good. They're really good. Just has the train passed, you know, his body just kind of stayed, you know, kind of entered the frame. The way he's introduced into the frame, I find very interesting about this film. They make him become such an illusion. like a legend almost. Yo, this is oh man. My man just capped up Jack Black. So in a weird way, those two are gonna kind of work together, I would hope. Which is pretty cool. That's awesome. Because I kind of like both of their characters. I like a lot. Yo, them giving each other smiles are just, oh, that's everything. Well played. See, even he's like, dang, yo, this guy is good. I love this, man. I did not expect for these two to be working together, but yo, I'm so happy for it. I'm here for it. Oh my god, bro. The creativity, man. Yo, this guy is dope. What? Dude, oh my god. He shot him with a shoe.
McBain also ordered this. Said it was important.
This dude
Only
was sitting on money. It was just a lot of investments. That's why.
What the hell is this?
Can't you see? It's a station.
Yeah, he was gonna build a whole station, man. He was getting ready.
Speaking of railroads, I noticed the rail gang's already... Hey! Notice... That'll be the first thing she sees when
Oh,
she gets back.
oh, damn.
It's back.
That's. These guys are cool, man.
the brunette. My God, all the customers' most elegant whorehouse on Bourbon Street have been weeping ever since she left.
Oh, this guy's ridiculously creepy and effed up. The dialogue in every scene, like, has just been top notch. Absolutely top notch.
An idea.
Like, it's almost unconventional watching it
And the land.
in like 2021 because films are just not shot in this style, especially holding onto these takes for so long, which I personally enjoy. I personally like it. It gives a lot of flow to certain things. Sometimes a sentence hits harder when you don't cut away from it. Even this character, you know, and they even gave him enough layers to, you know, showcase, even if it's just for a little bit, his love for wanting to go in the ocean. So, like, that's propelling his reasons to why he's doing that. And also, he's dying of, like, I think it was tuberculosis or something like that. He got TB.
2 tickets, amigo, to the next station.
Yo, I can definitely see Quentin Tarantino's like taking some of like how the cinematography moves with this.
A good deal.
You know, I can just kind of see like especially with Pulp Fiction when they open up the trunk of the car and it's just like showing an upshot of Samuel Jackson and John Travolta, like just angles like that. I could definitely see how he probably was inspired by this film. God, the music is so good. Oh my goodness. Damn. It's like it paints the scene so perfectly. That's why I'm like, this has to be the guy who plays music on set because like this fits the vibe. Yeah, I was wondering what this image was. It popped up prior, but I didn't say anything because I just wasn't sure about it. But this man walking in the fields, it was blurry at first, but now we're getting somewhat of a look at him.
I got an idea Mr. Morton can teach you a lot more.
I love how Frank is becoming. Frank is becoming like he's trying to tackle the stars, but he just hasn't learned the land yet. You know, he's just a killer. You know, but he's trying to be like this. Like he envies his employer. Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh snap! Yo! Oh man, that was crazy. This is such a setup.
I could swear we're going to have that strange sound.
Right now.
Got him. Got him. Wow. I did not expect this film to be like this, dude. So now what? Are they working together now?
Time sure flies. It's already past 12.
Dog, yo, this film is incredible. Yo, like this is so incredible. This is incredible. This is incredible. This is like inspiring. It's nice to be able to kind of see this entire thing, especially with you guys. Like I'm able to kind of watch it from a first-time perspective, but also just analyzing it from like a filmmaker perspective, and I'm loving both sides of it. It's so awesome. Thanks for like allowing me to do this. Seriously, this is awesome.
Got a feeling when he stops Whitmer, something's gonna happen.
For all my full-length people out there, this soundtrack is godly. Wow, I'm going to be listening to this when I'm exploring the deserts. Who wants to roll with me? I'm thinking about heading to Montana soon, just for like a week or two. Definitely going to be playing this soundtrack.
Wouldn't have bothered him knowing you were around somewhere alive.
So you found out you're not a businessman after all.
See? I was just talking about that too. It's nice to know when you're a little bit right. Yeah, he was trying to be something else other than who he was.
Only at the point of dying.
Whoa.
I know.
God dang. Yo, throughout his entire movement of that, his eyes never left him. That's so, like, that's such a small detail that I just love. Like, wow.
Did some water for you. I also found a razor.
Put it there, please.
Cheyenne has easily became one of my favorite characters, by the way. He's just so dope. He's so dope. I mean, all the characters in this are just incredible. Like, they're skyrocketing incredible. But Cyan is just so, like, he's just warmed my heart to find out that he's actually a really cool person. Another thing I'm noticing beautifully now is the movement of just like just the atmosphere, and the camera does a really good job of that, where it's like almost orchestrating it. It's like guiding us along this entire orchestra of just emotion and filmmaking and character and motivation, life and death, all of it. It's just so well choreographed. It makes you feel something. I know that's very simple for me to say, but if it makes you feel something, you're an excellent filmmaker. The harmonica. He's the one that gave it to him. Oh my God, these zoom-ins, man. They're so good with the music. Oh my goodness. Damn. Oh my God. Oh, we're about to see something completely effed up. Oh my god, dude. That's rough. Wow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you done effed up. You effed up. Yep, you saw a quickie shot your ass. Oh my god. Yep, now you remember, buddy. Now you remember. I love how the harmonica's going with his breathing. Well, basically him dying. Oh my god, this film is like a masterpiece. Jeez. I love how these two just so happen to be like good friends. That is just so dope. R.I.P. Cheyenne, man. R.I.P. to him. That dude was legendary, man. He was awesome. It's unfortunate he couldn't live, but he was awesome. I loved his character so much. Look at her doing her thing. That's dope. She's literally out here providing for a whole civilization. That's kind of cool. They probably thought that transition of the title was so cool. Y'all can have it. This was a great movie. Great film. And guys, that is the end of Once Upon a Time in the West. All right, everybody, we just wrapped up this powerhouse of a film, Once Upon a Time in the West. Guys, this film was incredible. I'm so happy I was able to actually watch it in all its fullness. There was a lot going on in this film. I really don't know where to begin. I think I said all that I really wanted to say while I was commentating over the film. So I'll just see if I can briefly put together a summary. So for the filmmaking side, this was a filmmaking masterpiece. Just from everything with the cinematography, the compositioning of the shots, the movement and the motioning of the camera was just top notch. I've never really seen. It's a rarity for me to see the camera move in such a way like that, where it's almost like an orchestra. The acting, phenomenal. The acting with the brilliant writing was just they collided with one another and fit so harmoniously. It was incredible to watch everybody on screen. And this is a 3-hour movie. I was not bored at all throughout it. Even during the dialogue scenes, I was so engaged because of just how well the characters were written and how they were acted. Another thing, the soundtrack, beautiful soundtrack. What the heck happened? I don't even know. I was not expecting the soundtrack to be so damn good. And then the sound design, I definitely, a lot of this was probably Foley. And I wouldn't be surprised if this was the first implementation of Foley at its peak, in which you could do with sound that isn't originated on set. Yeah, I think it was brilliant. The creaking of the floorboards, the water droplets on the person's head, the smoking of the cigars, the spitting of the tobacco. You can feel the sound. And I think once you feel the sound, that's when you're really immersed in it. I'm trying to think of any other aspects of the film. I mean, I really did like it all. I really did. I think all the characters were so justifiably well written, and they did everything that was pertained to their characteristic. I loved it all. So you guys, let me know which your opinions were about this film. As an audience member, I just also had a really great time with it as well too. I really felt like I was watching a story. And I don't feel that at times. Sometimes it's wow, I'm watching this actor in a story rather than witnessing a story. So you guys let me know what your first thoughts were when you saw this. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. But like always, guys, thank you so much. I highly recommend watching the full length if you're able to. But guys, again, like always, I'm just happy to have you guys around. You know the drill. Stay healthy, stay hydrated, because we are just getting started.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.